Good morning and welcome to the ASG Student Forum. This is our second forum this semester. And I just wanted to compliment and to really tell you how much our ASG is doing. Um, I value each one of them, and excuse me, please. Forgive that. Without further ado, please just let me introduce to you our president of ASG, Destiny Gallegos Munoz. Take it away, Destiny. Thank you.
Thank you, Lori. So, hi, good morning, everyone. Hope you guys are having a great day. Today, we're going to talk about what is the Associated Student Government.
Hello, everybody. So my name is Marco. I'm a scholarship officer. So I'm going to talk a little bit about the ASG board. It's a governing body that finances, organizes, and directs many student-sponsored programs and activity at City College. So we have our hands on everything. We're going to go a little bit about what we do further on. Elections are held annually for ASG president and other offices. So if you guys are interested, you guys can keep this in mind to apply further down the line. And mid-year elections are held as needed. Any student with a current city college ID card may vote in the elections. To be a participant, this can be found in SD City website and search bar. You can type in ASG, and we also have an Instagram to keep you updated. So you guys have different ways to contact us.
Okay, let's talk about our roles in ASG. So, me being currently the ASG president, I sit on a board. We help run ASG meetings and make sure that we're meeting quorum and make sure that we're getting all the essentials and everything that we need to keep going as an ASG board. I do sit on the district board meetings as well because I am a student trustee along with Miramar and Mesa. So that keeps me pretty busy as well. I've been in ASG since 2018 through 2021. So I've been in ASG for a pretty long time. I currently ran as a senator, and then I was the vice president of the Senate, and then the government affairs officer, and then I officially decided to run for ASG president. And I was so thankful for my decision. ASG has taught me a lot about my role. I went traveling with ASG. I've got to meet so many connections, so many inspiring students that really changed my perspective and really inspired me to keep pushing forward with my goals. And it was honestly a really good experience being in ASG. Right now, it's my mission right now to continue our legacy and to continue ASG. And even virtually. So we're working really hard to make sure that we're maintaining a good student leadership and also to create more student leaders. And now we're gonna go with Marie.
Hello everyone, my name is Marina Gambi and I am ASG Senator. So my role as a senator is to go to any campus, any class to get information about what the student needs and bring it to the board with them. So I studied ASG my freshman year. Actually, I was invited, like them, they told me about ASG. I was like, okay, cool, let me just try it out. So when I tried out, I felt like I was home. For me, like being an ASG, it showed me to like be empowered and actually take action for students. Because my passion is to help people outside. Whatever they need, I'm just gonna come there and helping them. So ASG has shown me how to take action and actually helping them. Yeah.
Now, Nick.
Hi, everyone. My name is Nicholas, and I am your recent treasurer. For my previous role that I did for ASG, I was an administrator for fall 19 of, you get the year 2019 to spring of 2020. Being an administrator as my past role, I started out with that since I was curious what was ASG about. And what I find out about my role is that I found my voice for the community as what the party would go. So part of being an administrator is to be a listener, be the voice of the community. You are there for the people, the students, anyone who's around in campus, to listen and be their voice. And as I continue on with ASG for the fall 2020 to spring 2020, 2020. Wait, sorry. Fall 2020, spring 2021. I became the treasurer for the semester, and this should be my last part of the year since I'm going to graduate soon. So being part of the treasurer for my role is that I had to check on the finance and the budget within our community. So we checked the finance for ASG, and we checked the budget, that what we spend or what we have to help other clubs around campus whenever they need it. So at the moment, everything would be something that we should get as part of our own ASG. But in reality, we are there for everyone. We just would like to have people in our group so we can help others, especially.
Hello, guys. My name is Marco Lartay. I'm the scholarship officer. So I came into ASG in fall 2020. So there was definitely a huge shift going on because of the pandemic. And I can tell you a little bit how my experience was with that. Being online was definitely difficult. We've had certain difficulties, maybe communicating with people and not being in person. But there's been plenty of opportunity and plenty of great things as well during this year and during these events, which are obviously going to end eventually. The pandemic is not going to last forever. But ASG has offered me the possibility to excel in leadership. So being the scholarship officer, we created a committee and we worked on literally creating scholarships for City College students. And hopefully some of y'all actually won some of these scholarships. And it allowed me to be able to work with other people, to learn about having a position and taking decisions, which is very important, not just for the academic world, but also for working force, if you're ever interested in that. And you also have a huge impact on the people around you, not only just yourself, but the impact on all the students. And for a scholarship officer, financial impact, with a lot of us are struggling. It can have a huge role in academics. And you also learn about rules, procedures, methods, and current events. You always stay on top of what's happening at the school, and you learn a lot about things that you never knew just being a student. And you get to network with people like President Shabazz, for example, president of City College. And so it's been a fantastic opportunity for me, and hopefully some of y'all also see it that way and decide to join us. Thank you.
Nick? Well, what roles take place in ASG? We have our ASG president, our ASG vice president, our ASG secretary. And go ahead, Nick, if you want to continue. And then we have our ASG senators and Senate president, our ASG treasurer, ICC, which is the Interclub Council president and reps, the representatives. And we have the board of directors and administrators. Each one of these roles are so essential to our board because they all play a big role in everything. ASG president helps keep make sure that everything's running, everything's going and running. ASG vice president keeps the president going. Our ASG secretary, which we currently don't have right now, helps create agendas and minutes that we need to continue so we can make sure that we're getting all our meetings and everything that we're getting done during our meetings presented for and recognized. We have the ASG senators and Senate president. I like to say that they are the cheerleaders on campus, which they really are. And they just make sure that we're doing events, we're making sure we're staying active, we're getting student voices heard. And that's awesome. That's the best thing. And right now we only have currently one senator and one Senate president, and that's one of our struggles currently. We have our ASG treasurer, which is Nicholas, and he is awesome. And right now that role hasn't really been, we just don't have that much attendance in our meetings, which is why it's a slow roll right now, but Nick has been doing a great job. And we have our inter-club council, which we currently do not have a president for. And this role is so important on campus. This helps keep all of our clubs on campus going. This is a whole nother generation of keeping things going for our clubs, which our students and which is what helps keep ASG active as well. We have our board of directors, which also play a huge role as well. And then we have our administrators to help any people who are looking for ASG and helping them, and then also our roles as well. Go ahead, Marie.
So, okay. How are you eligible to be part of ASG? Actually, you need to have 2.5 or higher. And then you need to be involved to clubs on campus like I am for EOPS, PALMIS, and Emoja. And also, ASG is a good place for all majors. So if you want to see a change on campus, you're passionate about, consider enjoying. Like if you see like you wanted to enjoy, you feel like you actually you're a leader and then you want to change in these campaigns, please join us because we need people like you. Thank you.
And adding on to what Marie said, a 2.5 GPA or higher isn't expected, but it's recommended. ASG is very, very, very time consuming, and you would have to have really good time management as well. And it works out to be in our ASG and also be enrolled in 6 units or more. And then we also have to get an interview with the ASG president for any position when there isn't, if you're planning on running for a position that is different, you have to go with the way that you with the way our calendar is ran for elections. And for ASG, for if you want to go for a position right now, you can apply to me and I can have an interview with you for that current position if it is available at the time.
Okay, now I can see. Sorry about that, guys. I had technical difficulties with the signal. For some reason, the screen was black. Now I can see this clearly. So let's see what this says. What does ASG do around virtually? Well, let me tell you this. Think of it like what we've been through since the whole pandemic happened last year, since March. And you've been thinking the school is going to be online, which it is, just like ASG. Ever since our campus went online, we as ASG also went online. So, you know, we do our best to spend time to meet up, just like if we were there in person, even though we're all distant, more than 6 feet apart, you can say. But as of now, we're still finding new members, keep creating new leaders, especially part of ASG, since I do understand that not that much as students would like to take courses online, and that's understandable because we're like I get it, like some people stress when people do things online, but ASG, well, as part of ASG, we do our best not to stress as much and be communicative with others. So we do help create events virtually. So if you feel kind of like you're not doing nothing much, well, you can join one of our events really. also, like, if you want to be part of ASG, come to one of our meetings and be the voice of our community. Let's see, we got the tabling, taking surveys, running events. Volunteering is going to be very helpful, really. As of now, like I said, we're doing our best to keep ourselves not to be stressful as what you see as of now, but we are doing our best to keep things good for ASG and for the community.
So, what can ASG do? We can determine college culture, and so an atmosphere, equity, and inclusion. Represent the concerns of students, which is very important. And also an example is to ensure funds for basic needs. The ability to be the voice in all decisions being made. Committees, college council, and in ASG, your voice is valuable and determines what occurs at City. Go ahead, Marie.
Sorry, is it my time?
Yes.
Oh, networking. A huge benefit of ASG, you meet people. Lots of exposed leaders a new opportunity. Expect your contact list with people who are like-minded. Peer support. Oh, my mom killed up. Peer support, broaden your credibility. It expects anyways. Companies expect you to work together, fully comparing what you are working on. Actually, it is a teamwork. As an ASG, we work together, we collaborate, we bring our ideas together. So in this world, to change anything, you have to combine all your ideas together. So we can, that's how power comes from. So yeah.
And jumping off to what Marie said, networking is a great, it's something, really a great experience for all ASU members. My personal experience, I joined SSCCC for my first semester, and I got to go to a big conference there. It wasn't necessarily a conference, but it was where all California community colleges came together, and we got to vote on things and propositions, and got to see what other campuses wanted for California community colleges. It was an amazing experience because you get to network with other students that are wanting the same thing for their campus, and that's why you can work together on what we can do better for our campus. What can we do to network and see what other students are working on? Well, how can we expand our list of people that can help us and can guide us to make changes and positive impacts on campus. So that was the greatest lesson that I got to see ASG from the very start, from now, how much networking is important and how much it is really beneficial for all of us, because we all learn something from each other, big or small, but at least we learn something. Go ahead, Nick.
All right, let's see. What are the benefits for joining ASG? Well, let me tell you this. If you are a student and you're watching this video right now, sitting there, laying on your bed, wherever you are, at home, office, outside, anywhere, you should really join us, really, if you really have the time. Like, how will ASG help you as a student? Well, think about it. You are a student, right? You attend campus. Well, not as of now, like you're in virtual online, but let's see. Well, you as a student, you can join ASG. That's a great help to start with. Think of it like you're volunteering for a community. Except for our community, it's for the community college. And so, that's going to be a great example of what you can do to gain experience. So what experience will you gain out of it? Well, since you're already thinking to join ASG, your experience would be still being part of the school, still being part of your group of students of school, and you as a helper, helping spread the word, helping, you know, other students that are lost, but you are there to be their guidance. And as the question goes again, why should you join ASG? Didn't I tell you guys already? Go for it. And if you're sitting there doing nothing, go for it. If you really have the time, just go for it. And if you're just watching this video and don't know like what I'm saying, well, do our best, do your best to understand that ASG is going to be a great place for you, especially what other of our members just said, that it's open for anyone, for any career, you know, any time, as long as you have the time to be there, being part of the community to help that community.
And bouncing off what Nicholas said, the benefits are, it looks amazing on your transcripts. It's awesome. Jobs, employers, colleges that you're going to transfer to, they want to see your student involvement. They want to know, what has this person been doing their whole time when they were in campus? Have they been joining any clubs? Have they been joining any student government? That is really important and essential for your major, or for something you want to exceed after. Being in ASG, being after, you know, when you transfer, when you want to get a job opportunity. From my personal experience, I use ASG from in my working space for me to get recommended personally, and it's been really beneficial for me because I feel like that really helped me with my job experience as well. ASG is a leadership role, and it takes a lot of initiative and time, but I promise you that it'll be worth it, and all the experience, and it will definitely help beneficial you future-wise and create lifelong friends for sure.
And I also want to add, it also help for your resume.
Go ahead, Marie.
How COVID has impacted ASG. Well, before we had a lot of position, people, I think this life, like people are, our timing are so different. Some people, like, they are not available. Like right now we have so like small members, like we're trying so hard to get a lot of members, but if you really want to come, please come, because I don't want to be the only senator inside. I want a buddy, like a team, so we can like share going out and like finding problems students have and they come back, you know. Yeah, but please enjoy.
Yeah, and like I've said in previous slides, that ASG is very impacted by COVID, because it really created a less student involvement, and there's been more virtual, you know, events, and sometimes it's very, some people don't really have the time, or, you know, especially during virtually, and most of us students are essential workers. We don't have enough time to really be sitting at home and doing virtual online classes, which is also like a struggle for students now. So that's why it's really important for us to get student leaders, because this is us wanting to leave our legacy behind. And it's not just a role, it's definitely like a family role, and it's something that you have to really stay committed to, and it's something that's really really time consuming, but at the end it's really worth it, because at the end of the day we're helping our students, and that's our number one thing that really keeps all of us ASG members going. So I understand, I was working 3 jobs, ASG, and then being a full-time student, so I know how it is. And especially when everything hit, I told my worker, you know, add more time, I could work more because I don't have to go to school. But now it's like, yeah, no, I gotta stay steady for ASG, and it's time consuming, believe me, but it's definitely worth it in the long run, because you meet a lot of like Ricky Shabazz, like Marco said, you meet Denise Wisenhunt, which is the vice president, you meet the chancellor of of the whole district. It's amazing. You get to see all these great role models that you just aspire to be like. And I'm telling you now, it's gonna make a difference in your life, and it's gonna impact you in a most positive, impactful way. So with that being said, you're invited to come join us. go ahead, Marco.
So like Destiny said, you're invited. We have meetings that take place online, obviously. We can share a link with you guys. We have a meeting via Zoom every Monday at 3 p.m. PST. And yeah, and there, if you're just or you're still doubting if you want to join or not, just come by and meet us and see how the dynamics of everything works.
Yeah, and you can also find our link on the sdcity.edu. And if you type in ASG in the search bar, and if you scroll down a little bit, you'll be able to find the exact Zoom link for our ASG meetings. So if you need help with that, in the next slide, we'll tell you more. And go ahead, Marie.
So basically we have email right here. If you have any question, just actually email those members. And also, if you want to run for ASG and then you're looking for stickers, EOPs provide student stickers too. And question also, you can go to ASG Instagram page, or you can go to the link that you have right here. And yeah.
And for what, bouncing off what Marie said, we have pictures of our AS swag bags for those who have their AS sticker purchased. I wanted to say that right now we've been getting is ASG, if you buy your AS sticker, is that ASG membership? Is that guarantee you a spot in ASG? No, that's very different. It's just an AS sticker is where we provide materials and we supply supplies for you, which includes a swag bag, a notepad, pin, a face mask, Germex, all that good stuff right now. So that's what we're going to be providing. And it's also just to it's for membership for your AS sticker, to be not a part, but to know that you're involved with the organization. So with that being said, yeah, and I also want to say, please follow our SD City ASG Instagram. We always have updates. We always send out reminders when we do have events, and it's really good to stay up to date with all the events that we have going on. So with that being said, thank you for joining our presentation today. It was really fun, and it's always nice being able to talk to the students. And please, as a reminder, do not forget, April 9th is the very last day to turn in your election packet. With your election packet, we have a bunch of positions available. Also, we're gonna have the ASG president position available. So, but the thing is, with those executive positions like the ASG president, the secretary, the vice president, and the treasurer, you have to have previous experience with ASG for about a semester before you can run for those positions. But for senator and administrator, for board of directors, you can just run for those positions and complete the packet. The packet is due April 9th. So please take the time to look over the packet. If you have any questions, feel free to email any of those emails, and also shoot a DM to the ASG Instagram, and we'd love to help you out with any questions or concerns that you have. This is really important to play a role in our ASG. So please consider running. It'd be a great experience, and I can promise you that from my personal experience. And I hope to see a lot of new faces. Thank you.
Thank you. Bye.
No, we have a few questions from Lori.
Okay.
Well, first of all, I just wanted to say to our ASG representatives that showed out today, thank you so much for your time and your efforts. I can always say that our ASG, well, they don't surprise me with all that they do, but they do amaze me each time. And I just wanted to, if we could leave a parting word with those who are viewing right now, and I'll start with Destiny, and then I'll go down the list. If you know, with COVID and things, if you could give any of the students that are watching or viewing who will watch this as it is being recorded, what's your advice? What's your best advice to overcome COVID right now and to stay involved? You know, just stay, maintain your grades, and then also pick up ASG.
I'd say my best advice is to find that passion within and then keep it going, keep it firing, keep it burning. You got to continue going with what your heart is telling you to do. And it's really easy to get sidetracked by a lot of things that are going on in life, with personal issues, family problems, money problems. And I totally understand that. But what's really worth it at the end is when a student sees you or emails you and they say, you know what, thank you for helping me, thank you for doing this, thanks for going above and beyond for me. And that's honestly right there is the best words, and kindness is using that to keep on going, because you're making a difference, even if it's a small difference, one step at a time. And I promise you that everything pays off. So thank you, Lori.
Thank you, Destiny. And I'll ask Marco, same question. What's your advice?
So I can tell you from my personal experience, I'm dealing with a lot of things going on right now with my mother's really sick and I'm taking care of her. Also studying financial issues, and I'm still part of ASG. And so I think that from my perspective, you can understand that there's difficulties um, in participating in ASG, but um, at the same time, kind of like what Destiny was saying, you also have things that compensate for that. You can be egotistical to a certain degree, even, and say, hey, I just want to do this for my resume or for a college application or transfer for scholarship application. But there's a bigger reason, in my opinion, and it's the ability to help those around you, like to the fact that I think that people like me are struggling financially, and I'm able to create these scholarships, or we're able to create these scholarships to put money in the pocket of these students. That just makes me feel great. It makes me feel amazing that you're helping so many people out just like you. And so the way that I balance things, obviously, is time management, and there's different positions. It's not all like a president. So if you guys can only contribute a little bit of time, there's some positions that might be a little bit easier for you. So even if you think that you don't have a lot of time, please try to join, and you'll see that it's going to be worth it. It's going to be worth it for your future, and worth it for you emotionally, to know that you're helping other people out, and to prepare you for so many other things in life, to where you have to organize and work with other people. So yeah, I really hope that this encouraged you guys to consider joining us and helping others out.
Very good. Thank you, Marco. And next I'll go to Marie. What is your advice, Marie, to those who are viewing right now?
I like the fact that Destiny says about, like, if you're passionate about it, just go for it. I'm gonna add to never give up. And also ask question. I know all of us, we all gonna make mistakes, but the fact that if you ask question, and then you're gonna, for asking question, you're gonna learn from it the things that you didn't know. So like me, I always ask questions, because it's not like asking questions to be perfect, but also like to learn from it, like from mistake you learn and then don't do it again. So yeah, just don't give up. And then also be brave. I know we are going through a lot of challenges, like me too, special classes in school. And I try to make like a day for ASG, because I know how important ASG is. So I try to, since I'm committing to this club, to this club, I have to take action and actually be present, because if I just say, okay, I'm gonna be there, but I didn't actually show me, that actually not a action to take. So I have to be there for students and helping them. So yeah, just be there, never give up, and ask questions.
Thank you, Marie. And then Nicholas, I'll go to you finally and ask you for your advice, sir.
Well, here's the advice that I should have done a long time ago. And it's best if you hear this now. My best advice that I can give to you within, within what you're going through in life or what you think you can do on your own, but in reality, my best advice that I can give you is that you should ask for help, even if you don't need it. That is the one thing I regret the most throughout my years since, a person like me who doesn't have brothers or sisters, I, for some reason, always thought that without my siblings, I had to figure out everything on my own. Since, I felt like I got this, I've learned a lot, but in reality, you should really be asking questions, especially if you want to know more of something that you want to get involved or you want to get help for scholarships, you want to get help to what university would be best for you. Like, even ask yourself, like, why don't you ask the questions you should, especially if you don't know you have it in you, but in reality, you're holding on to your questions. And that's the thing I've been holding on the most. I've been holding a lot of questions in my life, but because I always ask myself, like, why do I do this on my own? Or why shouldn't I ask for help? Like those type of questions, Yeah, yes, there are some questions that some people claim that it's not a good question, but to others, they understand the question of what you need to guide yourself and to guide others for your answer. So one thing I can tell you about the questions, when someone asks questions, don't think that it's because you're not a smart person. In reality, it's the opposite. Smart people ask questions, and everyone is a smart being when they ask questions, even if they don't know it. And that's the one thing I've really, seen in myself that I should have asked these questions long ago, and I'm still doing it now. But I'm doing my best to ask questions to where I'm at, especially I'm at school, where I'm going to go after this, or what I'm going to do later on in life. But eventually, the questions we ask are going to be answered. That's all I can say.
Thank you so much, Nicholas. Well, I want to thank ASG for showing up today and for actually showing out. I invite you to please get in contact with any of the folks that are referenced on the slide right now if you're interested in running for a position um, in ASG, and we want you. So, and also, please feel to reach out to me. My name is Lori Oldham. I'm with the Office of Student Affairs, and you can go to the Student Affairs website or the ASG website. You'll see my emails on both, as both Marciano Perez Jr., who is the Dean of Student Affairs, and myself, we co-advise on the ASG and the ICC. I want to thank you all again for joining me today. As you can see, ASG is really family-like, and they're a support system for one another, a very, very kind, very intelligent, and very passionate group of young people who really want to make a difference on our campus. So thanks again for joining us. Again, my name is Lori Oldham from the Office of Student Affairs. Hoping you have a great rest of your semester and hoping you join us.